Do you remember when Trump tweeted, I think it was during the, right before the State of the Union address last Tuesday, apparently he, he tweeted to his followers and other people who signed up to get his tweets. He said that, quote, tremendous numbers of people are coming up through Mexico in the hopes of flooding our southern border. We will build a human wall if necessary. And then he went on to threaten military force. This son of a bitch is really sick. He's crazy. You know that. But you know who's even crazier? I saw a picture today on social media. It's also at the Washington Post online. A series of pictures of these dumb fuck white people are standing at Nogales. I think it's what's across from Ciudad Juarez, Mexico. I guess it's Juarez, Texas, but not Texas, but New Mexico. Here are all these white people carrying American flags, most of them overweight, so maybe the walk out there to the border did them some good. But they're standing there with their hands linked. Now, there's nobody around except these assholes. But they're standing there. Huh! Trump said we'll build a wall with human beings if necessary. Goddamn right. I'm going to stand here for Jesus and America. Dozens of supporters of Trump's wall in New Mexico took Trump's words to heart, according to Fox News Channel. They would be the only ones to go out and cover this. So on Saturday, they built a human wall. And according to the Post, the demonstrators formed a line across a partly fenced border in Sunland Park, New Mexico, near Ciudad Juarez in Mexico's Chihuahua state, according to Fox News. So you have to take this with a truckload of salt. Fuckers at Fox News don't even know where Mexico is, but okay. Men and women, it says here, waving American and Confederate flags. Always with the fucking Confederate flags, right? Linked hands in support of the wall's construction. Many wore signs around their necks bearing Trump's rhetoric. Stop the drugs that destroy our youth. Stop child trafficking, which is what Trump said. Trump has become one of the premier child traffickers in America. Look what he did to uncounted numbers, thousands of children, that this unconscionable piece of shit, Donald Trump, ordered his fuckwad gangster minions to take away from parents and send them someplace else. And this son of a bitch has the nerve to talk about child trafficking? I wonder how many of those thousands of kids were sold immediately into sex trafficking because of this orange fucking monster that sits in the Oval Office. And in addition, spokespersons for the Trump asshole said Sunday, when he was gorging himself on bacon cheeseburgers in the basement somewhere, spokespeople said that the chances of another government shutdown had increased markedly over the weekend because negotiations have reached an impasse. There's something that the Republicans just fucking can't seem to get their minds around, but Trump has put them in an untenable position. The Democrats are never going to agree to financing or funding a wall. Pelosi has made it clear it's not going to happen. So the Republicans, being the dumb shits that they are, continue to negotiate, pushing for a wall. It's not going to happen, boys and girls, on the Republican side. Trump has also hinted at declaring a national emergency. Why not? He's fucking everything up where it concerns self-governance. Why not do that? That would allow him to reallocate money from other projects like the military that he claims to love for construction without congressional approval. And of course, if he attempts bullshit like that, it's immediately going to be challenged in court, and it will take a very long time to work through the judicial system. And hopefully by the time it does reach a federal court or an appellate court that says, get the fuck out of here with this, Trump will be long gone. An American supporter of a border wall was among, well, they were all supporters of a border wall. Trump, he was asked about the fact that Trump has sent another 2,000 troops to the Mexico-U.S. border. And this Yahoo dumb shithead who carrying a Confederate flag, I'm a fucking traitor. When asked about the 2,000 additional troops to the southern border that was sent prior to the midterms, this asshole said, well, that's what it took, which makes no sense. And as the Post previously reported, the New Mexico governor of the state of New Mexico, her name is Michelle Lujan Grisham, she said that she rejected, quote, the federal contention that there exists an overwhelming national security crisis at the southern border, along which are some of the safest communities in the country, end quote. She added, Governor Grisham added, quote, New Mexico will not take part in the president's charade of border fear-mongering by misusing our diligent National Guard troops. And understand the governor of California has ordered several hundred National Guard troops that were sent to the border home. What's his name? What's the new governor of California? Wasn't he the mayor of San Francisco at one time? Yeah. Anyway, he said, I want all but maybe 100 troops, a token force of California National Guardsmen to come home. Now, there is Nogales, Arizona, sits on the border. Right across the border is Nogales, Mexico. Huh? Gavin Newsom, right. Who is Arturo Guarino? Is he a member of Congress? I think, or is he the mayor? Guarino. Anyway, here's the story. Arturo Guarino, who is an office holder in Nogales, New Mexico, he said one of his constituents told him about the razor wire last Saturday night. Mr. Guarino knew the military had installed a line of wire across the top of the fence that divides Nogales, Arizona, from its sister city in Mexico. After troops were deployed to the border by this psychopathic fuck in the White House. But the resident who called Arturo, who lived just steps from the border, was calling Guarino Arturo Garino. Oh, he's the mayor of Nogales, New Mexico. Okay. He was calling to complain that troops had been out again to deploy more wire across the 18-foot-high fence over the weekend. So the mayor gets in his car and drives out there. And when he arrives, what he sees surprises him. Row after row of razor wire had been strung on the fence so that it covered nearly the entire surface of the fence. God damn. Photographs show as many as 6 separate coils of wire. It's made of steel studded with hundreds of razor-like barbs, covering portions of the fence, lending it the appearance of a war zone or a high-security prison. Garino said he was confused, the mayor. The mayor said, well, you know, Trump is pushing for a wall, which the town already has. So what's up with the fucking razor wire? In a phone interview with the Washington Post, Garino said, this is overkill. It's way over the top. Now, Trump, being the lying piece of shit that he is, has painted a picture of what it's like in the borderlands. The borderlands, where the crazed, fucking, rapacious, drug-dealing murderers of Mexico meet the very calm, lovely Christian white people, and funny part is very few of them are white in these border towns, of the United States. With rape, murder, and pillage on their minds, Trump has painted a picture that includes lawlessness, hordes of people seeking to cross, horrific crimes committed after they get their way into America to slash and burn. That's the universe created in Trump's Twitter feeds. It's a billion light years from the truth. But these Yahoo fucks that are getting together down in El Paso tonight with Trump, they couldn't care less about facts and reality. They live in fucking Trump world. The border, though, has its own world. It's nearly 2,000-mile stretch of land that exists mostly quietly and undisturbed. And towns like Nogales, New Mexico, share the space that has been thrust center stage because of the sick fuck Trump's political ambitions, going all the way back to when he came down the escalator. The razor wire is what happens when Trump's sick world meets the normal world. As long as this rotten son of a bitch is president, his sickness will manifest over and over and over again, this time with razor wire. Razor wire. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcasts. You have your choice. You can listen to the ranting with the audio podcast or listen and watch me lose control with a video podcast subscription. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.